We are watching live as President Biden is in Israel meeting with Israeli first responders and families affected by the Hamas attack. Let's listen.
Too long of suffering makes a stone of the heart. The thing that I found in just this real quick meeting with all of you is none of your hearts have turned to stone yet. Every one of you talked about what you have to do. Every one who talked to you about having to reach out. Talked about whether or not they're a Jew or a Muslim. Reach out. And, I've often said, I remember the first time that I was in Israel with Golda Meir. She was just before the Six-Day War. And she was telling me how terrible everything was, which it was. She kept flipping the maps up and down behind her, and all of a sudden she looked at me and she said, "Would you like a photograph?" And I thought, that's unusual. And she just got up and walked out that door outside her office. And we're standing there having a photograph taken like you and I are standing looking at the press. And she, without looking at me, she turned like this. She said, "You look worried, Senator." I said, "I am." She said, "Don't worry, we Jews have a secret weapon in our fight. We have no place else to go." Well, the truth of the matter is, if there weren't in Israel, we'd have to invent one. The truth of the matter is that I believe that, as I went home and said, I got in trouble at the time, but it's true. You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist. You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist. And I think the security and safety of Jews worldwide is anchored in the continued vibrance of the state of Israel. That's what I think it's about at its core. And so I've admired you all, this country for so long. And I'm convinced that more people know your responses to what's happening, as opposed to just what war and peace is about. The more they're going to be kind of embrace Israel. And but there's a lot more to say, but I'd like to talk to you private if I can. That I was shown by my defense team.
You're shown by your defense team. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
That was President Biden after meeting with Israeli first responders and families affected by the Hamas terror attack. The president is trying to play the role of comforter-in-chief there as he hears from people recounting what they experienced on October 7th. The president is also meeting with Israeli leaders on this trip as a show of support, reiterating that the U.S. stands with Israel. Thanks for joining us on ABC News Live. First, I'm Diane Macedo.
And I'm James Longman in Tel Aviv. The president's visit comes a day after an explosion the Gaza Health Ministry says killed more than 500 people at a hospital where civilians were sheltering. Hamas is blaming Israeli airstrikes for the blast, but the IDF denies it, saying the evidence points to an Islamic Jihad rocket that misfired. President Biden said early indications suggested Israel was not to blame, saying it was, quote, done by the other team, but that there was more work to do.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.